All right. As far as the injuries go, really the only one that won't practice today is Pacheco. Everybody else will go before the challenge of playing Denver. Good football team, well coached. Sean's done a nice job up there, as our coordinators have. So look forward to being in Denver, which is a great venue for football and great for the National Football League with two good teams playing each other. So that time's yours.
Andy, you referenced this, but you've had some good matchups with Sean Payton in the last few years. Just what makes his teams so difficult to go up against?
Yeah, good players, good coaches. You know that they've got good schemes. They're well coached with them, and they play hard. Yeah. He does a nice job with it.
Andy, you mentioned this run of defensive lines that you play against. Obviously, this is a pretty good run. What stands out?
Yeah, that's a good point, because that's really a strength of theirs on the defensive side. They got a good defense, but I mean that D line, it starts with them. It's a nice challenge for our offensive line, and like I mentioned before, we've had this string of good D lines that we've been going against, and so it gives you another opportunity to continue to grow as a group and look forward to that challenge. I mean, that's what this is all about. You love that. You love that you get to play a good football team.
What growth have you seen from Bo Nix from his rookie year until now?
Yeah, he's picking up what Sean's asking him to do, and then executing it and doing a good job of that. And that's a primary responsibility of the quarterback. You're going to be given a scheme, and you got to become a master of it, and then make everybody around you better. And he's done a nice job with that.
Coach, on that subject, when you get that second year, you have that early success. He's had some bumps in the road since then. Defenses, how much easier does it get to prepare for him? And now that they've got the tape on him, is that why he's having some struggles now?
Yeah, listen, I mean, they kind of all go through a little bit of that, but he's also won games, which ends up being the most important thing, and during tough times. But you see that around the league. You see that with all these guys. Teams have an opportunity to study them. They've got to up their game, and then they continue to grow. And they grow for a few years, and then they either make it or they don't make it, at that point. So to be able to sustain it for years is, quite a tribute to these guys. But he's a young guy that's continuing to see some different curveballs there,
Andy, how beneficial was this 5 weeks just with the time of the season and just trying to, you mentioned the self-evaluation on Monday, but getting the guys back yesterday, just how beneficial did you tell that they're ready to get back knowing that what's in front of them this last stretch?
Yeah, sure. They understand that, and they were out there, and we can go lock ourselves in the office and do that stuff. They're out there and they hear everything, so and see everything with the time off, and so they understand. They're focused, locked in, ready to go, ready to get back to work and get better. And that's, as a head coach, that's all you can ask for.
Harrison, after the Bills game, said he was kind of picking up some tendencies from Xavier, trying to figure out what he's doing. When you guys went back and self-scouted, did you see some things like that happen? How much do you have to kind of guard against that week to week in this league?
Yeah, so listen, everybody's got a tendency somewhere along the line. That's how it works. If you watch enough tape, you're going to see certain things. So the objective is to give them that against different looks. So we look at all that and try to keep track of that, and we ask players to do the same thing. So, and Xavier's a smart kid; he gets all that. But I'm not sure. We'll see.
Andy, when you're in the bye week and doing the self-scout, how much do you think you're learning from your successes versus how much you're learning from, say, the Buffalo game? I mean, is it one loom larger?
Yeah, what we try to do, and I think with technology now, it's different than it was a few years back. You're able to stay up on that. You've got the Fraziers and Marks around the league here, where you've got these guys that kind of keep you abreast of what's going on, what your tendencies are, what you need to work on in show in certain spots and down and distances, all that. So they do a pretty good job. So when you go back and you put it all together and look at it, you're kind of fine-tuning what you've already gone through. You just have more time to do it. And is it beneficial? Yeah. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. So if we can do better, then it's been a good evaluation period.
How much of a challenge with someone like Nick Benito, 15, impacts throwing Josh back in the fire? Does it impact it at all?
Yeah, we'll just see. Let's see. I haven't even got him out for a practice yet. So let's see how all that goes. He'll jump in and see what he can do and mix it up out there and do what we do, and then we'll go from there. So I just want to see him back out there. I'm glad he's back and going.
Reid?
Coach Ofonga, what does he bring at safety?
Yeah.
Add in this year.
Yeah, I think that's a good ad. He's he's been banged up a little bit in years past, but he's playing his tail off right now. Smart, real smart kid, good leverage guy. So if they ask him to stay in outside leverage, he's going to stay in outside leverage. He's going to discipline it, and then if they ask him to get in the box and blitz and do that dirty work, he's all in there too. So he's a good football player, real good.
Coach, with Joshua mentioned you just want to see him get on the field, what would you hope to see from him the next couple of days that would tell you that he's ready to play on Sunday?
Yeah, let's just see what kind of shape he's in. You get back into the football swing, So let's see how he is. I'm sure he's going to be okay, but we'll see.
We'll do last three. Jesse?
Yeah, Andy, a lot of division games coming up. Just how much pride do you take in the consistency to win 9 straight of these in a row, and the work that it takes to be able to accomplish them?
Yeah, well, it's important that you spend time on that. And the thing about our division here is it's strong division. The AFC West is tremendously strong, and we're all trying to shoot for the same thing. They're all good teams and they're well coached.
Coach, Denver's won a lot of close games throughout this season. Of course, you've been a part of winning some close games here. How tough is it to play a team that's won so close to the games like that?
Yeah, that's what Seren was saying. I mean, they win. They find a way to win, and so we've been through that. And the way that this league is right now, you got to be able to do that. The parity in this thing is pretty crazy. So, especially in AFC West.
Sam, last one.
Hey, just to build off what Matt asked, but would it be a lot to ask a guy who's missed a month, 5 weeks to jump right back in? I mean, I'm sure that's part of your evaluation, I guess is what I'm asking.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I got to see what he's got rolling, and I've seen a couple practices, so I'll be able to figure it out somewhere here, hopefully.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, good.
Patrick, when it comes to this defensive front for Denver, just what's the challenge in facing that unit?
Yeah, I mean, I think they have. I mean, you have 5 really good defensive linemen that can all win in different ways, and they have guys that rotate in and play well, play good as well. And so they know what their scheme is. They know how to get after the quarterback. And so for us, it's just having great protection schemes, changing up the looks for them so they can't just tee off, and then I think just going out there and getting the ball in my hands whenever I need to, and then take shots whenever I need to as well.
Bye-week self-scouting standpoint, like from one half to the other, I guess if there's one point of emphasis for yourself, what are you focusing on maybe being better at in the second half?
Yeah, I think just staying true to the progression sometimes as the games go on. I think if I look back, especially at the Bills game in general, I think I started off pretty well at going through my progressions, but as the game went on, getting away from that. And so trying to be better at that and then trying to settle myself down in some of those moments. But we did a lot of good things. It's just about being more consistent on a week-to-week basis.
Self-scout things, like after the Bills game, with Harrison was saying he was picking up tendencies on Worthy and stuff like that. I mean, number one, is it possible to happen? Did you see it when you went back and looked at things, and how do you prevent that?
I didn't necessarily see it, but I mean, obviously, if he said it, he saw something, and so we'll be better at looking at things like that. I appreciate the info, so that we can be better at that as the season goes on.
Patrick, you're OC at Texas Tech. Eric Moore, September big year at North Texas. What helped you the most that you learned from him, just developing as a young quarterback?
Yeah, I think he has a good feel for making you comfortable. I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, he obviously can see talent. You look at all the quarterbacks he's been with through all the different stops he's been in, but he gives you confidence to go out there and be yourself and play the game the way you're supposed to play, and he'll change the offense for that. And so it's not surprising to me that he's had so much success, and he's had a ton of success this year at North Texas, and I saw him this last offseason, and it's cool to see, like, his kids were like babies now. They're getting older now, and it's cool to see that stuff as well. So I'm sure that he'll continue to have success either at North Texas or wherever he ends up at.
Speaking of Tech, how'd you do on your picks? Do you know what your record ended up being?
I don't know what my record was, but I think I'm really good on the actual picks. I don't know the spreads and stuff. I don't get a lot of practice at that. They don't let us do that stuff. So it's I don't think I did good with those, but I did good on my actual games and who won the game. So it was fun though. The game day was amazing. I mean, I grew up watching. I still watch it. And I think just like the atmosphere in Lubbock, you can tell how much everybody appreciates the team, appreciates how much success they're having, and they're going to enjoy the moment. And I thought that was really cool.
This game, I realize they're all big, but how big is this game against this team?
Yeah, I mean, they're first in the division, and they have a couple games on us. And so it's huge for the division, and that's always our first goal is win the division. And so it's a really good football team. There's no way around it. And so we have to go out there and play our best football, and I don't think we've done that yet. So after this bye, let's go out there, put a great week of practice together, and find a way to win in a hostile environment against a great football team.
You guys are generally the ones who are a couple of games up on everyone else in the division at this time of the year. The tables have turned a little bit here. Does it feel different? What's the desperation? I don't know. What's it feel like for you guys right now?
I mean, I think you understand this game's important. I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, it's a divisional game, and they're always important. But with them having the lead and us needing to go out there and win to have a chance to win the division, I think guys understand that. But at the same time, all we can do is have a great day today, and we're gonna have a great week of practice. Put that together, and then go out there and play our best football. And I think if we play our best football, we can win against anybody. And so we have to go out there with that mindset of let's play our best football this weekend.
The division streak here predates you, so how much pride do you take in the consistency of having that every single year?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's always our first goal. It's like the first goal we have that Coach Reid puts up is win the division, and we understand that it's always a challenge, and you have to go up against really good football teams that are scouting you all year long, and so we've been really good at that over these last 7, 8, 9 years, whatever it is, and so we got to continue to get better and better, and we have a lot of division games in front of us, and so if we can go out there and handle business and do what I think we can do, we can find a way to win this division, and so everything is kind of out in front of us. We just have to go out there with the right mindset.
No matter who starts at left tackle, are you just full steam ahead, or are there things that you want to do to try and reintegrate Josh, whether he starts or not?
No, I mean, you're kind of just you're full steam ahead. I think that's what so great about football is that you have to go out there and have the same mindset, the same mentality, and we're super excited to have Josh back and just being back in the building, and we'll get him out in the practice field and see where he's at. But I think you saw with both those guys, they can both play at a very high level, and so I think Coach will make that decision as the week goes on. But I have confidence in both of them that they'll go out there and have success.
Sam, I guess how concerned or how much you have to be aware of Nick Benito, 15, of how he can maybe wreck your game plan?
Yeah, I mean, great pass rusher. I mean, he's someone that can really get after the quarterback. He's smart. He does a lot of spying on me as well, and so he's a really good football player. And just like the other guys, man, they got a lot of sacks for a reason. They got a lot of guys, Zach Allen inside and Cooper on the other side. They got guys everywhere that can make plays, and so just not letting them make a play that just completely disrupts the entire game. Just kind of getting the ball to your hands, trying not to take sacks, and then let the game come to you.
Winning the division and being a couple games back, but I think you still, I don't think the tiebreaker can be charging, but you still might control your own destiny as far as that goes because you have those games head to head, but this would be it, right? There's no more margin for error after that. Is that something that you're aware of that you look at? Does that make that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you lose this game, it's going to be with them having the tiebreaker and would that be like 4 games ahead of us? It'd be tough to go back and get that one. But all you can do is just handle this week, and that's all you can really worry about. And we still play a lot of great football teams, but like I said, I feel like if we play our best, we can beat anybody. And so we have to just continue to get better and better, be more consistent throughout games and throughout week to week, and that starts with practice today.
Patrick, also related to that, I mean, how much do you feel like having that as the first goal and being successful at it with the divisions has really been the underpinning for everything else you guys have been able to do? I mean, I know you can get to the playoffs without it, but I mean, how much has that been like foundational to?
Yeah, I think, first off, you get the home game at Arrowhead, which I think is huge, and we've proved that we can go on the road and win, but just being able to play at Arrowhead is an advantage. I mean, with the noise and the atmosphere, and you can feed off the crowd and stuff like that, and so, and it kind of checks that first box for you to show that you've accomplished something in the year, and now let's build on to the next goal, and so it's been something that's been important to us. And so we'll still have that mindset of finding a way to win it this year, but it all starts with this week.
It is just a little unrelated, but you alluded to it with being conscious of the betting stuff. How much has the NBA and MLB stuff been present in your mind, and do you feel like the safeguards are all in place well in the NFL?
I mean, they let us know. I mean, the NFL and the NFLPA kind of tell us all the different rules that you can and can't do. I just stay away from it, just because I don't want to put myself in that position. I mean, that's something that your life's so great. Why mess with it, you know? And so it does get. I think more than anything, to me, it gets weird sometimes when like you have fans talking about it, just because like you're just trying to go out there and live your life and play the game, and sometimes they get really attached to them even more than like the regular fan because they have money on the line. And so for me to them, I would just say don't do anything that you can't recuperate or live without. And so it's a crazy world we live in these days, seeing all this stuff happen. But I think you just focus on the football and focus on the sport that you love and why you're here, and you don't have to worry about all that other stuff.
On that front, you went 7-2 apparently on your picks. Tied with Nate Bargatze for first place so far. So down with the Tech thing, you've got your NIL folks down there that you've done, and Cody Campbell's been right on the forefront of all this stuff, but he's also trying to rein it in a little bit with some of those commercials we see all the time. Did you guys have discussions down there? Your crystal ball, where do you think this is going to go in the next couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're going to find something with the revenue sharing that will help kind of stabilize it a little bit. I mean, you want people to get paid, and you want people to get paid as much as they can. But at the same time, you don't want that to affect other sports as well. And I think that's what Cody is so big on, is he wants to keep the integrity of college football, and with guys being able to make money that will change their families' lives. And so I don't know exactly what that's going to be, if that's limiting the amount of times you can transfer, or if that's having ways that you can spread the money across all the sports. But I think Cody does it the right way, and I think that's why, and Texas Tech does it the right way, and I think that's why they're having so much success, because you've seen teams kind of do the NIL thing and it not work out, but they're doing it with a basis of going there to love to play the game of football with money that will change your family's lives, and I think that's what it's got to be all about at the end of the day.
Last one, Steve.
The games you guys lost this season, you've always talked about the lack of energy during the bye week. Have you been able to put your finger on why that is?
I wouldn't say necessarily. I mean, I think more than anything, it's just being able to battle through adversity and some of these tight, close, contested games. It's something that we've kind of always just been able to do, and it hasn't happened this year. And so I think going into the bye, I think that was a main point for all of us, was just let's find a way to battle through that adversity. And the season's kind of been a microcosm of the whole of these close games that we've been playing in, is that we haven't been able to win in these big moments that we've used to. And so in order to get to where we want to get to, we got to learn how to do that. And I think that all starts this week.
Anything you've done differently, in the close games that you played last year compared to this year?
I think just if I look back at just the Bills game and at the very end of the Bills game, it's just maybe not going for that big play so early, just trying to get the ball out of my hands and get the drive going. That's something that I've always been good at, but at the same time, I got to keep the aggressive mindset. So just kind of working with stuff like that.
Fire away, guys.
Trent, you guys are in a position in the standings where you're kind of looking up at the team that you're playing this weekend. It's kind of an unusual spot for you guys. How do you approach it?
I mean, I feel like guys around here, we don't really look at that stuff. We kind of approach each week, each game the same way. I mean, we knew coming back after the bye week, every game's going to be like a playoff game because that's what we got to get ready for. So not really looking at stats or anything like that, really just focus on how we can beat the next team.
Trent, as you evaluated yourself during the bye week in these first couple of days, like what stood out?
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, it always just goes back to details, Things we messed up, we realize what we messed up. Some things we can easily clean up, and when you get to this age of the season, I mean, it always just goes back to how disciplined you are with the details and how well we can play within our defense. So moving forward, I think we got to just continue to stack each day and continue to just keep getting better.
Trent, what do you see from this Broncos offense overall?
Confident group, they play well together, and we know coming from this group, they're a proud group. So always love playing guys that care about a game, guys that do really good at the small things, and what they've been doing has been really good. So we expect a challenge.
There are some things this year that you guys did the previous 2 years, win close games.
Yeah.
And can you talk about your experience in that, and when you start winning a few of those, how much that feeds into the confidence?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like you said, it just brings confidence, I think looking at it from our end, it just shows that they play all 4 quarters, until the time hits 0, they're going to give it their all. So going into it, you know that you're going to have to play, no matter what the score is, a good 4 quarters. So we're looking forward to that.
Trent, we talked about after you guys had lost a few games,
Yeah.
the defense just you guys shot yourselves in the foot over the bye week. How much have you looked at those things that you need to correct?
Yeah. I mean, obviously look at it a little bit, I think it's something that with so much time you kind of get lost in. You could say, oh, there's so many things we got to fix, where when you just pull your eyes back, yeah, we have a few mistakes, but we've been playing really good football. So can't really change from what we've been doing good, and got to really just build upon the things that we're strong in our strong suits. And yeah, we can clean up some of the little mistakes, stuff like that, but move forward, all positivity, and just going to move forward with it.
Sure, we saw you play a lot more in the slot with Noel last week in Buffalo. Just what stood out about his growth to you, and just his ability to handle ball work right now?
Yeah, I feel like, any rookie coming into the NFL is really hard. You got to not only learn a playbook, but you got to just learn how to be a pro. And that's one of them kids from the second he stepped in here, I could just tell he's a pro. You know, he's got the right head on his shoulders and somebody where he's just continuing to learn and grow. You know, he takes the coaching points. When he's confused, he comes to the vets, and he's been someone that when they put him out there, he makes plays. So the confidence in him and the confidence just all around as the defense in him, he's at a great spot.
You were obviously in that spot at one point. Like, I know you only know Spags' defense, but
Yeah.
I just wonder if you could describe maybe the complication of being fully prepared so early as a rookie.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes back to defense, I mean, one thing that always stuck out to me is the defense can change at any point. You know, we can have a base defense this game. That'll change next week. That'll change next week. And, I mean, we doing little rules that change within certain play calls. So you just got to be on your details and understand what you're doing in that week. And that can be a little difficult at times, but once it comes by Friday and we've gone through it, we made our mistakes throughout the week. The coaches do a good job at kind of simplifying the game plan and going into the game knowing what we're going to do.
Last one, Matt.
Trent, you had a pretty cool event at the Solace House last night. Can you tell us a little bit about what they do and why that's important to you?
Yeah, the event actually was for the My Cause, My Cleats. So my foundation, the T22 McDuffie Foundation, is partnering with the Solace House. And it's just a group where children, teens, adults can go and get grief therapy. So last night we were able to bring, I think it was like 10 families. We had like 15 kids there. And we were decorating cookies, making arts and crafts, like playing Jenga, playing Uno, and just spending a little time where I can just be in front of them and be like, I know what you're going through. You know, I've experienced what you're going through. And just bring some awareness to it, because everybody's got to go through it. Everybody experiences grief. So being able to have just a place where you can get around people that all have experienced the same thing, I feel like it's really cool, super special, and that's kind of why I want to highlight them this year.
Thank you, Trent.
Of course. Appreciate y'all.
Go for Hollywood.
With the team you're playing this week is ahead of you guys in the standings. Does this kind of feel like a must-win game?
Yeah, I think we're taking it game by game. I feel like every game we play in, we take it as a must-win. So it's no different this week. You know, we know what's in front of us.
What about their defense? What can you tell us about the Broncos defense?
Good defense. I was in Arizona with Vance. You know, good guy. Good front. Playmakers all around. So we just gotta, you know, execute on our side of the ball, and it's gonna be a good matchup.
What type of mindset, mentality, and intensity do you need to go against this Broncos defense?
I mean, just put the detail in during the week. Stay ahead of detail, really. So when we go out there, we can fly around, play fast, play physical. That's what it's gonna come down to.
What do you study during the bye week? Is it the offense as a whole? Is it your own game? Like, how do you try and spend that time?
Yeah, I went back, watched the games, watched myself, see if I'm, you know, doing any tendencies, and just like self scouting, and then from there, you know, getting your recovery in, then back getting your training in, and chilling, you know, get a little fresh reset. So it was good.
What stood out about that process? Like, what'd you learn?
I think for myself, feel like I've been getting better each and every week. Just especially with my stamina, feel like I'm been able to attack consistently more and more each week. Something that I felt like I wasn't doing earlier in the season. So that point of view is important for me going forward, just to be able to press forward, using my speed, you know, every play.
Is rest and just recovery a real thing on a bye week?
Oh yeah, definitely. After like about 2-3 days though, you like ready to get back. So it was fun though. I enjoyed my time with my family, and but I was excited and ready to get back.
Hollywood, you've played for a few teams, and Andy Reid has the best record after a bye week in NFL history. How does he compare to some of the coaches and places you've been, and what he does during the bye week?
This is my first time ever getting like the full week off. I'll say that. He give you time, you know. He trusts us to, you know, handle our business, come back ready to go, and for us, we appreciate that. You know, he didn't have to do that, so for us, is to take care of business, make sure when we come back, we're ready to go.
Have we seen this offense at 100? Have you guys played as good as you can play?
No, not at all.
Okay, thanks everybody. Thank you, Hollywood.
Thank you.